When you call your mother, she will tell you all kinds of stories. Like how your aunt fell asleep at the wheel and drove herself off a road running through the backwoods of Cherokee County. How this time the road was already in a valley, so she didn't have that far to fall. How they found her uterus littered with fibroids. An angry clutch of grapes refusing to hold any additional seed. It doesn't escape you that your aunt is only 2 years older than you, and that's important. Not because intergenerational love can't be a thing, but because before your uncle met your aunt, he stood outside his bathroom door while you showered, joked through the door about having seen your naked tits on Girls Gone Wild Spring Break edition. He changes his clothes while you scrub yourself with soap. You are using his shower instead of the one down the hall because Michael is home now, and thanks to Chattanooga-based surgeons, he is also still alive. Michael is missing 80% of his face after a deer rifle went off underneath his chin as he and his wife argued about who she had slept with the night before, and it's not like he didn't have reason to be concerned. All 5 of her babies do have different dads, and Michael fathered number 3, spitting image, adopted numbers 2 and 4, and they all live in a single wide on her mother's trailer's lot. And she has a job at the gas station off the two-lane county road, which is also the main road, and now Michael is one less mouth to feed and hear from because Michael's mouth is in blood-streaked shards across their carpet, his tongue a tangle of twisted muscle, nose, cheekbone, hard palate, a confetti of bone. There's a sharp U where his brow used to furrow. He has one eye left. We were all supposed to be hopeful that he would still be able to see light, but his remaining vision dimmed to darkness within weeks. Michael is home now, stacked into the guest room at the end of the hall. Michael is wasted on OxyContin, and for once in his life, no one will give him shit for it. Michael does not remember what happened. His wife says that he threatened suicide. We don't know how to believe her. We tell him it was an accident. The bathroom at the end of the hall is littered with pill bottles and urine catchment buckets, and Michael is so wasted he needs his space to access the bathroom at any given moment. There are medical gizmos and catch pans and clothing shoved around the bed. It's a tight squeeze. Your uncle apologizes in a wanting tone through licked lips as he presses himself into you while you lean over Michael to change his shirt around the J-tube lodged in his stomach. And it is not then or during the shower or after you break a 2-year stint with sobriety that night that makes you stop, really stop, and ask why you came here. It is a few days later. The day you are leaving Murphy. You and your mom are in the house saying goodbye and then driving the 2 hours to Atlanta to catch the 5-hour flight back to Seattle. You have to say goodbye to Michael. It is still the last time you've ever seen him, but you haven't thought that far ahead yet. Your mother knocks on a closed door next to the front entry. An impatient and muffled yeah booms across the other side. You and your mother enter your uncle's office. He is facing away from you, typing and mumbling at a computer screen. He does not turn around, even after you both stand there waiting. After a few seconds, your mom approaches him. We're leaving. Say goodbye. He continues to stare and grumble and type as your mom hovers over him. He abruptly turns to her, does not get up, hugs her briefly from his chair. Thank you, bye-bye. He lets go of her and turns to you. His arms widen. Come give your uncle a hug, he says. He bunches up his face, opens his mouth, sticks out his tongue, and waggles his entire face rapidly, as in, he is gesturing to you the intention of motorboating your tits. This is where the memory ends. You must have hugged him anyway. Must have spent the 2 hours to Atlanta staring out the car window with icy vomit behind your sternum. Must have gotten on the plane, off the plane, home somehow. The next memory in the sequence is this story 2 months later, after you have worked up an insurmountable degree of nerve to tell your mom that for the first time in your life you are not coming back for Christmas. You tell her you can't be around your uncle. You tell her all the things he did that week in August when Michael came home. As you are speaking, memories come sailing back towards you from all kinds of time. As you are speaking, you are remembering what is true for you and your body and perhaps all bodies, that it was never yours, that it is commodified property, that it is defiant and uncontrollable in its morph. Kudzu factor, constrictor status. How can you wrap your mind around itself? How efficiently can you separate with a smile? You don't say any of this because it all happens in the 6 seconds it takes for you to tell your mom about the shower and the bedroom. She interrupts your revelation with a sigh. Yeah, she says. I don't know why he does that.